Peace, family. So, sadly, I'm sure everybody's heard the tragic news already. Another slain hip hop artist, and this time it's Young Dolph. So, we definitely want to offer our condolences to his family, friends, and fans. And another situation like this is definitely one that doesn't give us any joy to report on. Seeing hip hop and rap music is something that's always been there to help people from the community develop and find new ways to sort of make it out, help their communities come back. We've seen it with Nipsey Hussle. We've seen it in the past and stuff where people have still been involved around their local communities and ended up being killed by somebody from within the community. So, definitely a topic that we want to lean in with some discussion on this one. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you're joining us on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops of content, and share the video to get the word and message out there. So, this isn't anything new. Like I said, when we look at hip hop, there's actually an extensive list of hip hop musicians who have been killed and murdered. They say a 2015 study concluded that murder was the cause of at least 51.5% of American hip hop music deaths. So let that sink in. So almost over 50% of all the deaths of hip hop musicians in America has mainly been murder. So that's something we definitely got to think about because I see that as an alarming thing. I think if this was other forms of music and genres, it would be something that would strike a chord with people a lot more. But it seems to be overlooked. I think sometimes people just look at it like that's just what people do in hip hop, or that's what's done within that community. Sometimes, and I don't want to say like other genres don't have their issues. We know that there's been like drug use and drug deaths and stuff like that in other forms of music and mediums. But for these kind of murders, we only seem to be seeing this thing carrying out within the hip hop community, which is something that's definitely, sad. So the study that was done in 2015 also noted that this figure refers to primarily premature deaths, as to most hip hop musicians have not yet lived long enough to fall into the highest rate risk ages for other illnesses and stuff like that. Where there has been a few that have passed from like illnesses and stuff, but for the most part, the as it says, people haven't even been able to live long enough. So rest in peace, Young Dolph. With that being said, Young Dolph was still quite young. Came up from Memphis. Well, he came up. He was born in Chicago, Illinois. Let me see if I can pull up his bio. They say he was born in Chicago. Found fame and success within music. Dubbed the King of Memphis. So he should be seen as a representative for his city and the people of Memphis. But instead, there's probably a lot of jealousy. People out there upset that he's probably come up or he's doing certain things. I know there's speculation and people are saying there's other incidents that may have occurred leading to this potentially being some form of retaliation. But however, which way you slice it, it's a sad circumstance, a situation, especially for the hip hop community. Once again, I stress that even if we look at this list of hip hop deaths, we're gonna go through some of these names. Well, we're gonna go through all the names on the list that we've got. And this is an old list because there's a lot more that have been, since passed away. So there's Scott LaRock. This is going back to 87. Paul C in 89. D-Boy Rodriguez, 1990. Charisma, 1993. Stretch, 1995. Seagram, 96. Tupac, 96. Yaki Gaddafi, 96. Notorious B.I.G., 97. Fat Pat, 98. Big Al, 99. Freaky Tah, also in 99. Bugs, 99. DJ Uncle Al, 2001. Jam Master J, 2002. Sabotage, 2003. Camouflage, 2003. Half a Mil, 2003. Soldier Slim, 2003. Mac Dre, 2004. Blade Icewood, 2005. Proof, 2006. Big Hawk, 2006. VL Mike, 2008. Dollar, 2008. This is a long list, guys, man. Rest in peace to all those so far. Lily, 2010. Magnolia Shorty, 2010. Bad News Brown, 2011. Adam Zapate, 2012. Lil Fat, 2012. MC DeLester, 2013. Pavias Fices, 2013. UK Depsman, 2013. Dolby, 2013. The Jacker, 2015. Flabber, 2015. Chinks Drugs, 2015. Bankroll Fresh, 2016. Free 2, 2016. Triple X Takashion, 2018. Jimmy Wapo, 2018. Smoke Dog, 2018. Young Greatness, 2018. Fez, 2019. Kevin Fret, 2019. Nipsey Hussle, 2019. Pop Smoke, 2020. Houdini, 2020. Huey, 2020. King Von, 2020. Mo Free, 2020. Ina, 2020. Young Dolph, 2021. And also, there was a few members of the Wu-Tang affiliates, 12 o'clock, and a few other guys, rest in peace, that were also reportedly murdered earlier on in the year. So, that's an extensive list of murdered hip hop artists and musicians. We definitely want to offer and extend our condolences to each and every one. Young Dolph being the latest. Got T Judah on the check-in. What's good with you, T?
Oh man, yeah, man. That's that. We just got the news too. It's sad that we got a report on this, man. But yeah, it's tragic, and we know it was going on out here, and energy. You can feel the energy. So yeah, I think that we in a time where it's a time to call some kind of roundtable meeting within our own community, because the other communities really can't regulate what happens in our community. So we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes too, man. A lot of individuals get caught up in beef, and we all was young at one point, and we still, know a lot of circles, and you know what I'm saying, and we borderline, but depending on what classifies as being young, because we still in that prime age. But yeah, man, it's a lot of nonsense going on, man, and people can like diffuse things, you know what I'm saying, easily. Words have power, you know what I'm saying? And so, just something simple as saying, look, man, my mistake, I apologize, man, I made a mistake. But it's in like a pride, man. In the scriptures, it says that you shouldn't have a pride. So what a lot of these people got to realize, man, when you fail to understand certain elements of the universe, eventually, man, just like the people that killed him, if that was an act of cold blood, what goes around comes right back around in lane turns. And, you live by the sword, you die by it,
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we just went down the list, and this list was extensive of rappers that have been murdered, and they said over 50% of all the rappers that have, died untimely deaths, over 50% have been a result of them being murdered, shot, and killed. I mean, what do you think when you hear statistics like that, especially when we got to look at it and say most of those things that happened within their own community and sometimes within people from their own community?
Yeah, and it's affecting a lot of so-called black people too. And you got to blame some of these record labels. I mean, look what happened with artists like you are more than just a rapper. You are a guy that you do rap, but at the same time you got content. You in the media, so but a lot of these guys, man, that's trying to put a name on it, and they thinking that they want to pursue this dream. Okay, but they're not versatile, so they feel like they have to portray this image. You see, a lot of them guys don't have wisdom like you have, and so you chose to do other things because you realize this life outside of rap. You are more like a guy that's you're multi-dimensional, and you have a connection to the universe too. So what I'm saying, yeah, man, a lot of them guys, they don't realize they lose that protection when they decide to want to be these demons. And demons know, man, it's a chance that they can get killed out here. I'm not saying that in Young Dolph case, but a lot of the people that want to go out here and do evil, it's a price to pay when you decide to be a demon. Just like it's a price to pay on both sides. So um, yeah, it's just unfortunate circumstances, man. We don't really know all the details about it. I think we need to do more research on it and see what he was really involved in. And I'm surprised that the FBI. I mean, if somebody go up in a certain community, you would think somebody would have the info to 411 because you always got to have ears to the streets. They say, and I'm surprised that the FBI wasn't watching this dude. You would think that they know a high profile brother coming to the community. You mean to tell me they wasn't watching it? So how do we know that certain elements of them wasn't involved? Because white supremacy is real, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm surprised some of these white people not calling in on your show or they trying to get in and talk, but it's like you hear crickets. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, the hypocrisy in this country is real. You know what I'm saying? So had it been, let's say somebody, a white person, a black person shot a white person, they'd be calling in full of lines, you know what I'm saying it's that. But that's going to show you the hypocrisy of a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts, and a lot of them is wearing.
Well, I mean, you make some good points, and I want to thank you for the positive words that you said in terms of the work that we do. We appreciate the support and stuff. The thing is, what definitely strikes a chord is we talk about hip hop, and we recently did a podcast, and you joined us on it, and we spoke about hip hop and just the direction of where it's at now, where it's going, how it can be misconstrued and used, and now we see an issue like this where it springs a lot of questions. Some with people asking about, you know, is this the sign of too much gangsterism and stuff in the music, and bringing that kind of energy out there into yourself and to others in some aspect, and it's sort of catching up with you, or is it something different? But then at the same time, some people want to ask the question and say, well, when we talk about hip hop, like we aforementioned in the previous podcast, this is a music and an art form that other people say that they want to be a part of, but they embrace the culture and stuff. But when things like this happen and it's tragedies that affect the artists and the wider community, like the black community and stuff, you make a great point when you say sometimes a lot of these other so-called fans of hip hop, and then silent, or they don't seem to have any empathy as much to the situation, you know. So I think that's an interesting point.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro. So we're seeing even some of these clips now. We're seeing news reports, widely reporting on the shooting of Young Dolph. You know, real name Adolph Thornton, born in Chicago, moved to Memphis at 2 years old, released a major studio album in 2016. We've seen a wide array of rest in peace and tributes coming in from the hip hop community. A lot of rappers weighing in and showing their tributes, and some are saying, well, is this just going to be another thing where we say, rest in peace? Everybody plays the artist's songs, and then wait until the next thing happens again, as opposed to us making some changes and really focusing on what's happening in these situations, or why are so many of these artists not being protected, as you said. I mean, even where I think a Young Dolph had an album called King of Memphis, so he should be being protected more in his city for somebody who reportedly was doing stuff for his community, was doing like turkey giveaways and stuff at Thanksgiving. It's like Nipsey Hussle, who was doing a lot for his community, and to be gunned down outside the Marathon store like that was such a shame and disheartening. And it leads to question that we sometimes our own worst enemy. Sometimes people say, you know, the white man and this person and that person be holding us back and oppressing us and stuff. But when we see often things like this happen, it comes down to somebody of your own sort of makeup sometimes that pull the trigger or sometimes set it up.
Yeah. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's you don't know really where this attack coming from, man. But scriptures are
Yeah,
beautiful.
you a bit muffled, bro.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I know. My signal's kind of bad out here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Peace. I think we got the brother James right there. He's tapped in and gonna be joining us on a little conversation.
Yo, peace, fellas. How y'all doing, man?
All right.
Hey, we're good, man. We discussing the happenings, well, some of the happenings with hip hop and the untimely death of Young Dolph.
Oh man, this man, it's I'm really at a loss for words, bro, man, because I mean, like, bro, when it's gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? And then, I just been just talking to my celly about this situation, man. Bro, this shit is so disheartening, bro. Like, when, man? Hey, bro, I just went on my social media platforms, man, and I deleted, even the situation that that took place with me and that the other individual, and I'm not gonna mention his name because I'm done with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the track that was done, I deleted everything off all my social media platforms, man, because bro, we gotta stop this, man. We got to start pushing a different agenda, man, and on some real stuff, man. I'm at the point to where I'm just like blatantly like fuck rap, bro. Like fuck gangster rap music. Like I don't know, man. What we need to do, man. We need to get together and start a coalition against this shit, man, and petition uh Congress or whoever we got to push, man, because to abolish, man, and to create some laws, man, that'll be against these violent music videos, violent rap music, bro, because this way it got to stop at, because bro, the hip hop culture, bro, it has too much of a stronghold. It has too much of a stronghold on our minds, man, especially the minds of the youth, man. Assimilation is real. So if we got youngsters, man, that's growing up, that's assimilating this type of stuff from the womb, I mean, how and then for the most part, a lot of us can't think for ourselves, so we find ourselves, gravitating and like a lot of kids, I don't hear them say that, Boosie is like their father. I don't hear, people that done said DMX was like their father, so people, Tupac was like their father, and even though these guys may, propagate positivity at certain points, we don't need to be doing certain things off camera. We go and we say certain things on camera about change. We go do a few things in the community, but we go back inside the studio, with the ignorance, bro, and that gotta stop, man. That gotta stop, man. We got to change that, man. I'm not supporting no more gangster rappers. And I even know quite a few of them, and got a relationship with a couple of them that I really like, man. But bro, I'm done with it. I'm done with it, bro. I'm not supporting no more gangster music, bro. I'm not supporting it. I'm not recording no more gangster music. I'm not making no more contributions to this type of cause, bro.
So
And it ain't just with Young Dolph, bro. It's so many that done. It's so many, bro.
but
It's so many.
yep, let me I definitely echo some of those sentiments, and I know when it comes to hip hop, there's a lot we're gonna get into on a further date. Just exploring more of, I guess, some of the parts that the music has played in developing just the psyche that we see with people and stuff. But you know, I'm trying to get this list to show you guys on here. You know, y'all see that list?
I gotta blow my screen up. Yeah.
So yeah, I know it ain't the biggest, but this is a list of rappers that have been killed. As you said, not just Young Dolph. I went through the whole list earlier, but to name a few names on there again, we see Scott LaRock, Tupac, Gaddafi, Stretch, Big Al, Fat Pat, B.I.G., Freaky Tah, Camouflage, Soldier Slim, Proof, VL Mike, Lil Fat, Dope, Mo Freak, so many names, and most of them, under 50, only a few of them was like, a had reached a certain age group in life. So, I mean, should we be concerned about this? And I know where we say the music, but is it the music that is to blame? Because I always looked at hip hop as, we got hip hop and then we got rap and we got other subgenres where, now I guess we got gangster rap and all that stuff. But it's like the media labeled a certain type of music gangster rap, where at the time people was kind of explaining their street culture and surroundings, but it switched over to a point where people, I think, started glorifying some of the stuff a lot, or it became glamorous, when people wanted to adopt those lifestyles and stuff. Not to go too off topic, because like I said, we're going to pick a lot of this up in a wider broadcast on a later date, but
right.
I don't know how much of it we can blame the music, because you've got examples of people like Master P, who he made a lot of gangster music and put out a lot of gangster
and he was a part of the problem. He was a part of the problem. He may have changed, and this is the thing about it. We can't blame the music in its entirety, but the major part of the problem, I would say at least 75% of it is the music. At least 70% of it is the music is the problem. And the reason why I would say about 25 to 30% of it is, what's happening in the household, because I just been telling somebody the other day, one of my little peoples, I just been talking to him, because man, we just took a lot of deaths out of our neighborhood, people that we grew up with. And just like I told him, he was like, man, well, big bro, such and such and such and such and such, we can't say this because, everybody, making their own decisions, and, it starts in the household. Man, we can say that all day, but our environment have so much influence on us, bro.
Facts.
When I was younger, bro, like, I was rebellious. I wanted to be in the street. A lot of the stuff that I had, the beepers, the jewelry, and a lot of the stuff that I had, I was selling drugs at the time, 14, 15, but a lot of the stuff that I had, my dad bought me. So dudes see me with these big no limit chains and big ropes and beepers and stuff, and I'm going to school with wads of cash, and a lot of the stuff that I had didn't even come from my street hustle. Shit, I had my money stacked up over a hot water heater in my closet. You know what I'm saying? And it's been just the stuff my pops had, that had bought me. But I say that to say, like, I wanted to be a drug dealer. I wanted to be a part of the street life, because the music that I was listening to, the Master P, all of the No Limit stuff, the Cash Money, I was more attracted to that opposed to what, I was hearing in my household. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when we're living in these, and see, one thing that people don't understand is assimilation. Assimilation is a scientific fact, and assimilation starts from when you inside the womb of your umi, of your mom. When you connected to that umbilical cord, everything that she takes in, you absorb. And when she gives birth to you, from that point, everything that you hear, this is how the tongue is shaped. This is how we speak the language that we speak. You feel what I'm saying? This is how ideologies are formed. Everything that we hear from birth, like we take this thing, it's just like a camera lens. You may focus that camera on a particular thing that you may be looking at to snap that shot, but after you snap that shot, you realize peripherally that the camera takes in every damn thing. It got all types of stuff inside it. And this is just how the mind work or the eyes work when we see things. Like I'm talking to you right now, and I can hear my radio playing in the background. I can hear toilets flushing in the distance. I can hear keys jangling. You see what I'm saying? We hear all of these things.
Yeah.
We absorb all of these things. So assimilation is real. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
if all we're banging in our heads all day is gangsters, this gangster music, and this stuff penetrates the soul, bro. This is deep. This is deeper than what we even actually realize. And even at one point, a long time ago, when I used to hear politicians and city councilmen talk about the rap music and well, the rap music is the problem. The rap, man, look, I used to be like, man, you can't blame the rap. But you know, as I done grew and I done matured, you know, and coming from a person from that environment and coming from where I came from and the experiences that I had, I agree. I agree because it affected me. It affected me. Look at the many, like, man, people, so people can say what they want to say, man. Music is a major problem, bro. You know, and the entertainers hold so much of an influence.
Power and influence.
Yeah, bro.
And I mean, even music definitely, you know, represents and holds a lot of influence and stuff because it has the power to, you know, do that. Especially some of the stuff that's done, like you said, repetitiously, and people are listening to it constantly over and over again. It, you know, it's programming certain things into their psyche and their mind and stuff. I do feel as though it's kind of that catch-22 where people say the only real need for the expression is because those kind of conditions still exist, but then some will say, well, the conditions exist because, you know, we talk about them and uphold them. And
but it's a different way to go about putting the message out there. Yeah, it's a different way to go about putting the message out there, bro. Yeah, we living under these conditions and stuff like that, but it's a different way to go about propagating this message, bro, opposed to just you encouraging, bro. We encourage murders. We encourage murder, bro. We encourage the killing of each other inside these songs blatantly. Look at the music videos. You know, man, I just saw somebody said the other day, man, or a few weeks ago, whenever that been, man, what rap music used to be about, what hip hop used to be about. It ain't about lyrical content no more or the storytelling like Slick Rick, and it ain't about that no more, bro. It ain't about that no more, bro. Just about Dracos and you know who 30-round clips and extensions and you know FNs and this all is about, bro.
Yeah, no,
this all is about. And for somebody in my situation, bro, to be sitting back here, you know, fighting for my life, bro, for this, and I was a part of the problem. I was a part of the problem, and for a long time, even back here throughout the course of the years, you know, I still been a part of the problem. You know, so I'm not, you know, I'm not exempting myself from the equation of this because I was once the problem as well. You know, and even when I responded how I responded to that situation with, oh boy, I found myself
I'm with you, bro.
Contributing to the problem again. You know, and it comes a time that, bro, we just got to really, we got to really, and what causes people not to really, you know, accept the reality of this is because the exploitation factor of it, aspects of the monetary gain that's coming from it.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what keep people in denial, you know, about, man, yeah, boy, I might need to change the narrative, man. I might need to rap about something different. And me and my bro just been talking a little while ago about if all of the rappers was to just come together and just be like, man, fuck that. We ain't rapping this shit no more. What else you gonna listen to? What else you gonna listen to? You ain't gonna have no choice but to listen to what the hell out there. You know what I'm saying? But bro, we got to collectively come together, man, and we got to hit the problem dead on. And that's why, like with the situation with Charleston White, man, nigga can say what the fuck they want to say about him, man. I feel his mission, bro. I mean, I feel his mission. I feel how he's speaking out against everything. A time for somebody, man, to uprise against all this senseless shit, man.
I mean, there's people, you know, we were just on YouTube checking out Hassan Campbell and a few others. There's people that are speaking out against things which, you know, some people are going to agree with, some people aren't. But, you know, we're definitely one that encourage people to speak their mind and speak their truth and stuff. Not everybody's always got to agree. You think that, you know, sometimes people go a bit far with the ways that they deliver stuff within media and that nowadays and stuff. But ultimately, it's like realistically, we should all want, you know, better communities, positive development and stuff like that. You know, we don't want to see you know, negativity and, you know, deaths and
Right.
people like Young Dolph ascending up who should be seen as I don't want to say beacons of hope within the community for the stuff that they've accomplished, but you know, we don't want to see their accomplishments and their works go in vain with them just being slain and stuff like that in their own community. Some say people do bring it upon themselves with the types of music that they're making, and you know, people are gonna want to test you, or even if you just put a certain energy out there, it kind of builds it back up and stuff where you know you can attract some things back into your life.
Yeah, and you know, and all that, and I just something else I told my roommate earlier, you know, and although because he's a big fan of Adolph, you know, although that this is a sad situation, you know, he was a part of the problem as well. He wasn't a part of the solution. He was a part of the problem as well. A lot of us.
So with that being said, what would you say to somebody like a Nipsey them where they say Nipsey was, you know, doing solution based work in the community and stuff like that?
Bro, you can't have one foot in and one foot in and one foot out, bro. And this is where we going wrong. Even with Nipsey Hussle salute, and I'm never going to disrespect, you know, the deceased, you know, because you know, man, I love the movement, you know, I love the movements, but the thing is that you can't have one foot in and one foot out, bro. And it was just like how I feel right now. That's just like me saying, coming here, speaking everything that I'm speaking right now, and then I get off the phone and then I go write a gangster song about killing all type of people and go post it to my social media platforms or drop a mixtape talking about killing everybody, talking about selling drugs or talking about being this big gangster OG. And this is where, you know, the contradictions come in at. And the kids, bro, isn't gonna pay attention to the positive things that you speaking because they more attracted to the gangsterism.
To what sounds cool, like, you know, like we was coming up with some of the stuff that we
Exactly.
heard and was accustomed to.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, and you know, so this is what they're gonna pay attention to, bro. They're gonna pay attention to what, you know, they can identify to the most. But see, if you don't give them an option. You see what I'm saying? We giving them too many options. You know, you putting a positive option on this side, but then you still got the works of the devil on this side right here, which is going to be stronger and what, you know, we're more likely to gravitate towards. You feel what I'm saying? But if we don't provide the option of what the devil trying to get us to propagate, then they won't have no choice but to gravitate to the positive aspect of things. So
Yeah.
this is what I feel about the Nipsey Hussles and, you know, all of our great pioneers and stuff like that, man. This is where I feel like they're going wrong at, man. You know, you propagate, and people like the pioneers, like the J Princes and stuff like that, you know, you do so the work that they do is monumental. But then, you know, you still support other things, and you still make a gateway and a way for other things. You know what, you need to close all of these avenues or anything that the shaitan can attack our people from. We have to do everything in our power to close it off. Why you need that? Why you need to sign rappers? Why you need to push gangster rap music? Why you need to allow your artists to go in the studio and record music about killing? Why? You know, when we talking about being for change, if we really talking about we want to change the people, why you can't, you know, set your record companies up to run differently, to propagate a different agenda, to propagate a different message?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So, and you know, that's a criticism that some have given to some of the labels of you know, the past, and even some of them that are present and stuff now. There have been reports that, you know, reportedly some big wigs in the music business who's never been exposed or revealed who had signed off, you know, certain deals with prison industrial complexes and you know, other high level figures and organizations to propagate a certain type of what they would call gangster message and ethos and, you know, image and lifestyle with the music, knowing it would reach impressionable young people, primarily those that probably grew up in single parent households or with absent fathers and stuff, and would identify images based off these people. So a lot of this stuff has been, documented and stuff in ways. And one of the things that I always think about when I hear that report is, who potentially could be some of the names on that list, because there was a report on the net where somebody leaked it out who apparently was in attendance at the meeting, and he said, there was some, big hip hop guys and stuff there, and some people were for it, some weren't. So I think that's what it comes down to. Some people are gonna take money to push a certain type of agenda, even within music, because it serves to the detriment of a community. But then I say that when you say like we're banning hip hop, is that not like with like a lot of things, like even with like certain shit you buy from the store, like soda and shit, like it's bad for you, it's destructive and all that stuff. And it's like we kind of live in a society that has all these destructive things and stuff within it too. So is hip hop any more destructive?
Yeah, I would say that hip. See, one thing about the stuff that you buy out the store, it doesn't affect you psychologically. It doesn't influence you psychologically. It doesn't influence actions. We're talking about things that influence actions, and you know what I'm saying? Things that cause you to pick up a gun and kill your brother. Things that cause you to pick up a gun and kill your best friend. Things that cause you to pick up a gun and kill anybody of the human race, whether it be somebody of your skin complexion or a Caucasian or an Arab or whatever the case may be. We all one. We all one. We all one. We all one people, bro. We are all one under the same umbrella of mankind, of humanity. Ain't not one of us more. One of our soul is more important than the next. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your ideology is. I don't care what you represent. I don't care what gang you are part of. I don't care what religious faction that you uphold. We one people at the end of the day, bro. And all of us gonna die. All of us, we're born, and all of us gonna die. That's just the reality of it. But when we're talking about things that actually influences, our people to go out there, and live this type of life, man, and live a type of lifestyle. This is the problem, bro. This is the problem, man. We can deal with ingredients later. You know what I'm saying? We need to deal with this problem, because this is a cancerous disease that need to be cut out, bro. And we don't need to be preaching about it no more. Because it ain't helping, it ain't working. Martin Luther King been doing it, Malcolm X been doing it, Marcus Garvey been doing it, Dr. Umar and all of these other people from all of these different organizations and stuff like that, they still doing it. But the thing about it is that only people are going to pay attention. The only people that this is what people need to understand, bro. The only people that are going to be paid attention, me and my little homeboy almost get into an argument on the phone about this the other day, and I told his ass that I've been about to hang up on him because he had sound stupid. Talking about Dr. Umar and, all of these other people that got PhDs, and nobody don't want to hear that shit. Coming from philosopher and no scholar. Nobody don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear it coming from the OGs. They want to hear it coming from the people that got the influence on the culture. They want to hear it from the rappers. They want to hear it from LeBron James. That's who the fuck they want to hear it from. They don't want, and all due respect to those renowned figures like Dr. Umar, who's out there, putting it down. I love Hidden Colors. I love that. That's one of my favorite films. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that the youth don't want to. Gangsters, people that got gangster mindsets, don't want to hear that shit, bro. Yeah, they don't want to hear that shit from them individuals. They want to hear it from us. They want to hear from people who doing life sentences for murder. They won't hear from me. They want to hear from my roommate. They want to hear from these fucking gangsters, bro. They want to hear from Boosie. They want to hear from Moneybag Yo. They want to hear from NBA Youngboy. That's who the fuck they want to hear from, bro. They don't want to hear from nobody else. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, the rappers definitely can teach on those kind of levels and reach a lot of
people. I'm telling you, man. But
I was just bro. With that being said, and I'm, even T, if you want to chime in on this one, I don't know. What would you say to some people who say it's damn near too hard to reach the multitude? Because when we think of some of the you know, the great teachers and stuff. Some say, you know, they taught in smaller groups and kind of, you know, you could reach smaller groups of people sometimes. Some say the masses are always going to get swept into like ignorance and stuff like that. So do you think it's like a lost cause trying to reach the masses, or it's kind of a case like the masses are going to do what they're going to do, but each one teach
you
one
know,
is thinking,
bro, you know what? Another thing I feel that, you know, somebody Charleston said was,
yeah, I'm about to mute my mic because I'm eating these rap snacks and they're going to be
bro,
very shout out to rap snacks. You guys go support black
yeah,
businessmen.
man, you know, and honestly, bro, there really ain't no solution, bro. You know, I just told my little partner, you know what the solution is to this, and it's sad that, you know, we got to say this, but bro, like these the generations of those of us that are poisoned psychologically, that this mentality never that will never break this mentality. The sad reality is that, you know, we got to die off. That's the reality of it, bro. We just gonna have to die off. All of these people with these crazy ass mentalities, we just gonna have to die off, bro. We just gonna have to die off, man. And that's just what it is, man. Because it's the cancer done spread too far, bro. The cancer done spread too far. The ignorance,
they're gonna have to be taken out.
The ignorance too prevalent. They're gonna have to, and I hate to say that because I'm in prison, and I don't wish this shit on nobody. You know, but this is what the fuck it take. This is what it took to change me. Bro, I got a natural life. Bro, I got a natural life sentence without the possibility of parole. I fighting, bro.
That's a nice truck right there, man.
Oh man, it needs some work, man. But you know how that go. You know what I mean, to the classics, man. You know, so.
Yeah.
But y'all brothers speaking facts, man. It's war going on, and we know that, man. These other nations, man, they wicked because you don't see a lot of them chiming in on it because I figured them out, man. They know what's going on, so they just sit back behind the scenes. But in the end, what the Hebrew Israelite says, they gonna be exposed for who they is, man. They feel the pressure, you know what I'm saying? That's why we having this debate right now, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they can play dumb, but you know what I'm saying? We calling them out, man, but they ain't stepping up. The hypocrisy is real with them, you know what I'm saying? So the universe don't sleep.
Word up, bro. You know, man, listen, man, one thing that got to happen, man, for those of us that, you know, that gonna step up and fight this cause, bro, we have to do this. We have to do this in all aspects. We have to do it in our crafts because a lot of our crafts contradict, you know, what we be trying to, what we fighting against. You know, again, if you a musician, if you a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and you down with this cause that, you know, that we fighting for, but then you go in the studio and record these crazy songs and make these crazy rap videos and stuff that.
I think we did a talk on it, and we were saying, I think OG said the same for yesterday. Said if you're a rapper and on every song, you know, you kill a nigga this and do this and that to a black man, but you ain't ever said once anything about, you know, challenging the devil or, you know,
right,
overthrow wickedness, then you a punk. You don't get no credit for that.
Right.
But what we gotta do is some of the elders, and especially the ones that have a certain understanding, it's even like the stuff that we know to be cool and not to be cool, it's just the reinforcement of that, because I think a lot of ignorance is seen as cool nowadays, whereas it's not seen as cool to look at things from an intelligent or objective standpoint, to even question things. Like you question things or you challenge people to ask questions and stuff nowadays, they're looking at you like you're crazy, or, you know, sometimes they're just bugging out, man.
Word, man, you know. And I man, like if it got the, you know, and man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. I just think, man, everybody that steps up, man, need to just be willing, man, to just take whatever type of backlash that comes from the situation. Man, speak out, you know, and put it down and stand on that shit and stand on it, you know. And I think people need to be attacked. Shock therapy is the best therapy, you know. And I think that's what we need to start putting out there, man. I tell you, man, that's all I'm gonna be campaigning, man. Breaking the psychological chains of gangsterism, man. That's my shit. And fuck rap and fuck gangster rap music. Period. You know, and I'm gonna be challenging everybody every time I get inside an interview on somebody platform or whatever, man. Fuck rap music. Fuck rap music. Yeah, James Right the Third say that. Fuck gangster rap music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I challenge everybody. I challenge Yo Gotti. I challenge Boosie, Money, but all of these prominent rappers, man, that got a stronghold on the minds of our people. I'm challenging these guys. I ain't even listening to none of their music no more, bro.
I'm black.
Yeah, I ain't even listening to none of these niggas' music no more. And I don't hate them as a person. You know, I came from, you know, where they still at, you know, but they may have culminated more than me financially, you know, because of my situation and, you know, me not being able to, you know, have access to certain things due to I've been locked up almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But as far as growth, intellectual capacity, maturity, they ain't fucking with me. I'm way more wealthy than them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm way more wealthy than them niggas. You feel what I'm saying?
There's a lot of hypocrites out there too.
Yeah, bro. A lot of these guys ignorant, bro. Listen, man. A lot of people can, just because you can hustle don't mean you smart. Just because you can hustle don't mean you intelligent. I even be telling people there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a hustler, bro. You got crackheads that's good hustlers, but they're not entrepreneurs. It's a big difference. Yeah, every entrepreneur is a hustler, but every hustler ain't no entrepreneur, bro. You know what I'm saying? And man, look, man, we got to put a different narrative out there, man, and be ready to step behind it, stomp behind it, and whoever don't like it, don't like it.
Well, I think that's the dope thing with what we do, and just being able to connect those kind of voices, personalities, and understanding, because through that we can build and definitely find the right sort of resolves and directives to take, because there's a lot of craziness going on. We definitely once again want to echo rest in peace condolences to Young Dolph, to his family,
man, right, man,
friends,
yeah, man,
fans,
rest in peace, man.
As we said, reiterate earlier, we don't want to continue this to be, something that we see so often. Even when I went down that list, those deaths used to be further apart in the years, but now it's like every few months in the year there's another one, And,
yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you, man.
It's a sad state of affairs. I definitely constantly evaluate my position within hip hop, and I do that not just personally, but I do it in some cases publicly too, on the platform and stuff like that. And it's something that I definitely continue to do with the music that I make and my contributions to the culture and the scene. I don't think I'm ready to do the James Wright the Third and chop the neck off rap just yet. No, I don't think I can do that.
Nah, like bro,
the whole culture.
Nah, like hip hop is cool, but man, bring more creativity back to rap. That's all I'm saying, man. Bring the creativity back to rap, man, and put away the killing. Stop talking about the killing. Stop talking about killing people, bro. Stop propagating killing us.
I know.
I'ma still rap. I still got, but it's the message. What kind of message you putting out there, bro?
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to rap about, bro. You don't gotta rap about killing a nigga, bro.
Living in this country, man, this country got a bad history, man. Like a lot of these skin folk ain't kin folk, bro. We know they've been Americanized, man. And I hate to say it, man, we're gonna have to go to war with some of them.
Word up. And then you got people rapping about killing and niggas don't even want to come to prison and do the time. You know what I'm saying? Niggas killing themselves, committing suicide, snitching to get off of these charges and shit. Niggas ain't gonna come get these life sentences and the shit that you rapping about.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is the saddest part is it's when we've heard it in hip hop. I love Fuji's album, The Score, and you got Red on the intro when he talks about people being gangsters when it only comes to being gangsters to their own community or killing people in their own community, and even Tupac, he had a lyric on Strictly for My Niggas on the song off the Strictly for My Niggas album, and he said, you love to kill a nigga, but you scared to pop a cop, and the thing is, man. I'm not advocating, let the record reflect. I'm not on this public platform advocating for people to, pop a cop or anything like that, but using the axiom of those lyrics and just looking at things from that vantage point, just getting into the psyche and the mentality of those kinds of people who commit those acts. What Tupac was saying is people have this kind of pent-up aggression and hostility to inflict towards their own people, but oftentimes wouldn't use that against people that are serving as, oftentimes use people as force and oppression, you know.
And like
You know,
facts,
Tupac, he ended up shooting some off-duty cops when they was harassing somebody and all that stuff, you know. He ain't
right.
play that mess.
Man, I see it happen back here all the time, man. And this is something else that I'm gonna talk to you about when we, we sit down. Even with the stuff back here, like man, like rival gangs or whatever the case may be. If somebody disrespects somebody back here, we quick to stab one another, But I see these CEOs all throughout the years coming this motherfucker, disrespect gang members and say the most craziest shit, and nothing happens to them. And then I see the same statements that are made to these individuals by, their peers, and it's a different reaction.
Yeah, well, it's like
it's a different reaction, bro.
Just a lot of hypocrisy.
Yeah, man, we got to stop this, man. We got to stop this, bro, because a lot of the stuff that we killing people behind and that we dying over, it don't even make no. Even in my case situation, even though my case situation was a self-defense case situation, at the end of the day, bro, the individual that was killed inside this situation, it was senseless. Two people lost their lives senselessly. He lost his life behind a senseless situation, and I lost my life behind a senseless situation that I'm still fighting for.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the end, come on, bro. So so a nigga can say what the fuck they want to say. You got a lot of people that speak about things, but they're not a part. They're not a part of it. They're not living it.
Got the first-hand experience.
Man, I got the first-hand experience of this shit. I'm sitting here, bro, in prison right now, and almost 20 years later. So a nigga can't tell me shit. A nigga can't tell me nothing. No rap nigga can't tell me nothing. No politician. Nobody can tell me shit, bro. When it come down to, how we need to be thinking as a people. Yeah, nobody can tell me shit, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell me nothing.
Yeah, you gotta use your voice and your experience to teach you the way that you can and speak your truth out there, man. And we appreciate you definitely tuning in and tapping in, T shit. Where you at? I see a lot of lights, man.
Yeah, I'm out here, man. I'm out here just, here, man. I had to off right now. But yeah, man, I'm running the truck. I had some work done on it. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Brother, the other brother on here, man, you gotta look at it like this. What prophecy say? Prophecies gotta be fulfilled, man. And some of our people, man, when they make a deal with the devil, bro, you know what I'm saying? The Hebrew Israelites tell brothers this, man, they better come back to the Most High, because, man, we at a time where we know Satan is busy, and these people in this country is doing witchcraft. A lot of these people, they made a deal with the devil, and they gotta sacrifice people, bro. That's what we're dealing with, to go all deep with it. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to just, separate ourselves spiritually from these people, and it'll come to a time when the Most High, we gonna do the work, but the Most High is gonna manifest supernatural, gonna have to separate us permanently from these people, man, because we the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation.
I feel as if with hip hop, and I won't go too much into it because we're gonna wind down on this one quickly, but we've sort of become the scapegoats within hip hop and rap music, where I see the culture and stuff kind of going now, and it's slightly to the podcast that we did a couple of days ago where we was talking about just hip hop transition, and others kind of coming in and utilizing it and taking it to different levels in their own right. But it's like we've become the scapegoats now for the trashy and messy sides of hip hop, like the rappers killing each other and people getting killed and all the murders and stuff. Because they say over 50% of those hip hop deaths have been from murders and stuff like that, which is an alarming number and rate. So I feel as though you're kind of right in a sense. We've kind of become scapegoats within the art form,
and that's life in general, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Art does imitate life sometimes, and life imitate art. And round and round the cycle goes, man.
And they done did a good job of turning our own people against a lot of people that look like me and you. In every community, you got corruption, but these Americanized so-called black people, bro, they so bugged out, man. They done been in bed with these other nations, and then with these so-called wicked people, the white supremacists, bro, they look at you like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be like, I ain't tripping, man. I'm like, don't make one false move. You know what I'm saying? Like C Murder said, free C. But yeah, man, it's just in this country, man. I hate to say it, man, but I don't feel bad when people get what's to the people out here that's wicked, bro, and they will get what they deserve, man. You know,
That word, bro.
Well,
That's
with
what
that
it
being
is,
said,
man.
we're gonna wind down before at the hour at this one. We definitely gonna have James Wright tap back in on something in the future, which is gonna be something special and you know, dope and stuff we got cooking up. You want to
Sure.
leave your contact information or plug anything, James, before you know?
Oh yeah, man. As always, man, my debut novel is out, Paradoxes of Life. You know, y'all go to www.frupublishing.com, man, and cop my book, man. Available in all formats, man. And I am the legendary incarcerated entrepreneur, man, James Wright the
Salute.
Third. Follow me on Instagram, James Wright the Third, man. Everything James Wright the Third on all platforms.
A living legend in your presence, man.
Yeah, and once again, we want to send condolences to the family of Young Dolph, you know, and all those touched by these circumstances and situations. So if you
Yeah,
join us on YouTube, don't forget, like, share, hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content. Subscribe, and you can check us out at aboutonline.com for more podcasts and hip hop media.
yeah,
Peace.
yeah. Salute.